Konnichiwa minasan, hajimashite, Max desu. Onegaishimasu. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Je m'appelle Max. Yorobun annyeonghaseyo, Max입니다. Hi everybody, welcome back to another brand new live video for the girls, for the children, and for the Kendra Dennis Chapman fantasy. Woo! She is serving you glow-in-the-dark, extreme tapered stiletto, big O glitter fantasy realness for the girls, for the children, and for the pink army. You guys, the nails are really fast. They're really beautiful. They serve what they have to serve. They came out so dope, and they glow in the dark, which is the best part. Because you guys know we love a good glow in the dark fantasy, because she's going to be going to Phoenix this weekend. She's going to be partying up there at Band-Aids.
Band-Aids.
At Band-Aids, the premier gentlemen's club out in Phoenix, Arizona. If you've been to Band-Aids, let me know in the comments below, because I've heard really interesting things about that strip club. Like, they have bullet holes in the wall.
I have not heard anything, but I'm kind of fascinated now.
You're like, I want to see the bullet holes. Take a picture with it. With your nails glowing in the dark next to it like this.
Holding it.
Yes, you're like, how big, what kind of bullet was used?
Right, exactly.
You guys, we have our 30% off sale going on right now with promo code SCHOOL30. Again, that promo code is SCHOOL30. That will save you 30% off your entire purchase for the month of August, because it is back to school month here in Arizona. Send your kids to school. And everybody was telling me that, like, back to school is different everywhere. Like, some people don't start until like next month.
Yeah, like September. Like,
it must be nice, huh?
Yeah, on the East Coast, I think.
But do they get out sooner or no?
I don't know. I think they get out later. I think they get out, like, honestly, I don't know.
I remember I would go to school until like May 25th, and I would go back like in August too, but not this soon.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Girls with cigarette burns and stab wounds.
Yes.
And stretch marks. You gotta have the stretch marks.
Yes. The tiger stripes.
The tiger stripes.
Yes.
Cindy said her son started today.
Oh, wow.
What grade is he in? So you guys, we're gonna use extreme tapered stiletto, pink bubblegum gel. We're gonna use all 5 neon glow in the dark acrylics. We're gonna use the opal color from Big O glitter and art gel in black to do just a little bit of freehand on there. Not too much, because the nails actually look really dope. I'm going to show you guys right now. 7th grade. Oh, Cindy has a son that's in 7th grade. Isn't that like 13, 14?
No, that's high school. Is it?
7th grade is what, 12?
No, I don't know. I was in high school. Well, I graduated early, so I don't know then.
Excuse me.
No, because I was trying to think back on it. I was like, I got nothing.
I don't remember either.
She said 13.
13.
So you're right. You're right.
Yeah. And you guys, let's tap that screen. Let's try to get to 25,000 likes. If we get to 25,000 likes before the end of this video, we will do a little giveaway. Because we love giving stuff away here at inocouture.com. And also, on a personal note, something I wanted to share with you guys. I told the girls on Instagram this, is that I'm really proud of myself because I was able to fit into a size 29 jean. Except they stretch. So it's probably like a 32 in real life.
Still give yourself credit. You've come a really long way.
But it's a size 29. From the biggest size of jean that I wore. Actually, no, I don't think they sold jeans that big at Big and Tall. Or maybe they did.
You have like one store to shop at then, huh?
Well, Dillard's has a pretty big and Tall section.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's actually in the back.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, you know, you walk in at the first floor.
Yeah.
And then there's like the little section of men's watches and ties and things like that. There's like a little narrow hallway, and it takes you to the Big and Tall section.
Really?
Yeah, it's like in the back, hidden.
I did not know
That's
that.
where you keep the redheaded stepchild next to the Big and Tall section.
Nice. That's fascinating.
And then Burlington Coat Factory has a really good selection of Big and Tall stuff for men.
Wow.
Yeah, they have a good selection of extended sizes.
How crazy.
And for like the sizes that I wear now, like a small and XS, they have nothing.
Yeah.
Something in my nose, inside. Do I have something in my nose?
There might be in the little corner, just so that.
Let's take a look. Luckily, I have a compact. A Korean one too.
Compact. Happy middle of the weekday.
Hello, my love. It's actually my sinusitis.
Oh no.
Because as you guys know, I have chronic sinusitis. So having chronic sinusitis is not fun, especially because the air is so dry. That does not help.
No.
But let us sanitize with inocouture.com hand sanitizer and turn this camera around and begin the snatching of the phalange. 116 people are watching you.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that wild?
No
and that's
pressure.
because it's you.
Yes.
So if we get to 25,000 likes, I'm gonna force Kendra to twerk for us.
Force me.
And because it's so dry, the drippings, because of the sinusitis, will dry up and then it just turns into like this really like crusty stuff inside your nose. It is the worst.
Right.
And I sleep with a humidifier, and I mean, it helps a little bit, but not during the day because it's 103 degrees today, which is really nice. It's nice for us actually, 103.
Yeah.
We're like, oh,
balmy 103.
we're like, it's not too bad.
Yes.
It's crazy, but
Yes.
enough of me rambling, you guys. Let's turn this camera around and begin the snatching of the phalanges, because after this, I'm gonna get a hair trim, just a little bit. This music is giving me Jersey Shore vibes.
Right.
T-shirt time. So this is today's fantasy. Look at that, you guys. Isn't this stunning? I'm going to show you guys how to do it step by step. So let us begin. So we already soaked off her nails, and as you can see, they actually look really good. They're looking pretty decent for being on for a month and then soaking them off.
So nice.
So I'm going to bevel out the free edge. And then I'm going to go in with the unicorn bit to push back that cuticle. So I will let you know how that permanent toner goes.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm fascinated. I would like to see.
The color looks really pretty. It's called Pale Platinum.
Pale platinum. Platinum is like the ultimate goal for so many people, and it's so hard. Even my hair, like, it's not the easiest in the world, and I'm naturally blonde.
For reals.
Yeah.
And I don't like it like super pale too, because I was telling you that I have a really hard time always like, I don't like it too purple.
Yeah.
And I feel like most blonde toners are like
Purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, because purple cuts yellow.
And I'm like, no, I like blue better.
Yeah.
Blue gives it a more of like an icy look.
Right.
And still a little bit of yellow.
So, like, they're taking notes as we go. Hi, Max Gucci, says Melissa Martinez.
Hi, my love. I'm actually not wearing Gucci today, believe it or not.
That's a big old Reebok.
I'm rocking Reebok. They did a collab with Forever 21.
Rocky Reebok. Say that 10 times.
Rocky. I can barely even say it once. We're going to use our unicorn bit to begin to push it back. And I love dressing up like if I went to gym class, like an athlete, because I am not an athlete. So
Right.
give me athletic wear all day, every day, because there is not a single bone in me that's athletic.
That is so funny.
But I love it.
Did you ever play sports when you were a kid?
I did Taekwondo.
Did you?
So I did martial arts. That's where I learned my discipline from.
Good.
So we're going to go in and push, push, push. We're using the unicorn drill bit to get a really nice clean cuticle.
How are you, says Natalie?
I'm good, and you, my love? Let's tap that screen, you guys. Let's try to get to 25,000 likes.
Motown in the house.
Detroit! Woo. Have you ever been to Detroit Rock City?
I have.
Really? What's it like?
I felt really out of place.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, there was like wherever I was, there was a really big, like, Indian population.
Oh, yeah, Michigan has a really big Middle Eastern population.
Yeah, I had no idea of that, you know. And I felt like people were staring at me, so I tattooed and platinum blonde. Like, I stuck out like a sore thumb.
Did you have nails on?
Oh, you know me, the whole thing.
You were all to the nines, eyelashes and everything.
Oh wait, they said not Detroit, Motown.
Oh.
Oops, we screwed that one up.
Isn't Motown Detroit?
No, Motown is. I don't want to say anything out loud and sound stupid, but I was thinking Chicago, Atlanta.
No, Motown is Detroit.
I'm from Detroit. I'm just fine, says Belladonna. Where's Motown then?
I think it is Detroit.
Modesto.
Oh.
Okay, so Modesto and then Motown is in Detroit. Okay.
Oh.
So I guess you were right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's where Diana Ross is from. She's from Detroit.
Okay. So I guess Modesto would be.
Motown. Oh, now I know. I learned something new today.
Right. I guess if you're like California.
That's your Modesto. I love me some Modesto girls though. The Beverly Hills of Central California.
So funny.
I've never been to.
Modesto.
Oh, ¿qué es eso? Oh, no había visto.
Well, we could have butchered that one.
I know. I was like, I was so confused. I know, because she was like Motown, and I was like, that's Detroit.
Right.
But I guess that's what they call Modesto.
Yes.
Like we call Tucson their dirty tea.
Exactly.
So I'm going to use my famous skinny standing bend and my skinny mandrel because everybody knows that these things are so essential for prepping the nail, you guys, and they are selling like crazy. So we're gonna pull back the skin and go inside and really gently remove the entire shine surface. And I'm not gonna cut any cuticle until the end, you guys, because if you cut while you're prepping, you're thinning out the skin, right? So it's easier to break the skin and like cut your model or yourself while you're doing the nail. So I like to do it at the end.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Because we still have to blend in the nail after we apply it.
Yeah.
And when you're blending, you try to file, or usually people tend to file harder. So I like to do it at the end, so that way I avoid those issues.
Cindy Chris says, what was your first product when you started the company?
It was the Pink Diamond Drill Bit set, actually, was the first product that we launched. And that was because that was what had finished production first. But we had started production on almost everything at the same time. And then I think next was acrylic powder and gel polishes.
What was it that like made you want to do that? Like, I know you had worked with nails for a really long time. Like, you and I have known each other for forever, but like, what was it that...
Like 17 years almost, I think, probably.
Gosh, it's got maybe even longer than that, but yeah.
Going on maybe almost 20, huh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're talking about your duck nails. The one says, is the skinny mandrel on your site?
She is.
And then I love the full coverage duck nails, says Melissa Martinez.
Aren't they everything? I'm so glad that today I don't think I've had any TikTok or Instagram or YouTube comments saying that they hate duck nails, because I have been very vocal about saying how annoying it is, and like I don't care. Like, do something more productive with your time than to type out on my, you know, social media, oh, duck nails are so gross, they're so ugly, no to duck nails. And it's like, they're not for you, then, you know, keep... I have 110 shapes for you to choose from.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure there's one that's there for you. And duck nails are trending right now, and it's not my fault.
Right.
I have to give the people what they want as a brand.
Exactly. Hello from San Antonio.
From the Tone.
Have you been there?
No.
No.
But I heard that's what they call San Antonio. The Tone.
The Tone.
Have you been to the Riverwalk?
Absolutely.
Is it nice?
It is nice. I like Austin too. Austin is really
Oh,
nice.
Austin is very like
I love Austin.
peace and love, isn't it?
Yes. Very gentrified. Is that a word?
But really
It
expensive.
is so expensive, yeah.
Austin was becoming the most expensive city in America, but I feel like people kind of stopped moving there now.
Yeah.
Now that life is like more normal.
Right.
Now that the Rona's over.
I was in Miss London's class.
Oh, okay. I love Miss Kimberly London. That's my homegirl. She's the one that told me that's what they call San Antonio. She's like, they call it the Tone.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She is one of the premier nail teachers out in San Antonio.
Nice.
Super nice.
That's awesome.
So now we're going to hit the nail with a little bit of primer. And then we're going to measure our extreme tapered stiletto. I actually already know the sizes because I just did the other hand. So she is 10, 7, 6, 7, 4.
What do you have going on this weekend?
Trying to think. Is anything exciting going on?
Anything?
I'm going to live vicariously through you and go to the
Barber Expo.
Barber Expo.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would be so bored.
It's never boring. There's always stuff to look at.
Do people like break out and fight at Barber Expos?
Yeah. I've never seen that.
No?
We've got questions. It says, if I come to Texas, can you do my nails?
I don't...
We're not in Texas.
I'm not in Texas, my love. I'm actually quite far away from Texas.
Right. Do you do any travel classes?
I don't have any classes planned for this year, but if I do, you guys know that I'll be posting it all over my socials. But right now, I don't have any classes planned because I'm really focusing on manufacturing, because you guys know we make the best nail products in the world. So I have a lot of things in the back burner that I'm working on, and we just dropped like our duck nails, and I have a few other shapes dropping before the end of the year and some other stuff. So I've been quite busy. So teaching has been a little bit on the back burner.
I think it's hard too nowadays because everybody's like, oh, I'm a teacher. Oh, I'm an educator. Oh, I graduated school last year. Now I'm going to do this. You're like,
Yeah, or like I watched a YouTube video, so now I know how to do it.
Exactly. Experience is definitely something to put into the knowledge of to people.
Totally. And I saw this comment. It said that Max should have started his nail brand straight out of nail school. And I was like, girl, what are you talking about?
Oh my god.
What is she smoking? I've been doing this like 20 some years.
Yes, it's crazy for people to just assume.
Just because I look young doesn't mean I am, but that means the doctor did a good job. I need to go get more paper towels. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Keep them entertained.
Entertaining.
Show them your finished hand.
Oh my gosh, here's what we're going for. I don't even know if I'm in the frame yet. There we go. We're not in Florida, we're actually in Arizona. I love how he marks the tips too. They're so pretty, huh?
I just placed my order at enolcouture.com and they had it ready for me right away. I bought some Luxe brush wipes.
Look at you.
And I brought some nail care brush wipes.
So fast.
I had to be sure I was ready.
You got this. Those are adorable, gorgeous, so pretty.
Ready for the fantasy.
All the love. All these nail techs being educators after 5 years doing nails.
And then they don't do nails anymore.
Yes. It's baffling to me. It's hard. I was being an educator too, and the other side of the business, in the hair business, is the same thing where...
What do you think about like home salons? Now, they've gone up in popularity, but like for me, I never liked working out of my house.
I've never liked working out of my house, and I always like the distinction to be able to go home from work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a big issue, even from people just in general, working from home since the pandemic, you know?
So this glitter is called Big O. It comes in a set of 6, and there's 6 different colors. I'm going to use the opal one. I never liked working from home, and that's because exactly the same reason. Let me see, just to make sure I'm doing the glitter in the opposite direction. So this one is going... Oh, I'm confused. So this glitter needs to go this way. So I need to do it this way. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yes. For the same reason was I liked leaving the house.
Yes.
I liked getting up and going somewhere versus, you know, being at home.
Yeah.
And not that there's no right or wrong. It just really comes down to, that's a really personal question. And I can understand that for some people, like, especially if they have smaller children or whatever, it's probably more of
right, convenience.
Yeah.
And I guess it would be cheaper too. You're not paying rent for 2 places, you know. But I also, like, I don't want all my clients to know where I live. I don't, like, I have zero interest in that happening. Like, I like to have my personal
Separation.
life. Yeah.
Separation of church and state.
Yes. For in-person classes, it's harder, but virtually, it seems like they get students. And then most self-taught don't know the difference between cuticle and
eponychium.
Yes, okay, there you go.
And hyponychium.
Yes.
And that there's 7 layers of skin.
Right. And Black Rose says, what are you using to adhere the glitter?
I'm using Racer Clear Acrylic, my love. So I'm going to do the acrylic, the glitter first on all the nails. So I use a very small wet bead. And I'm using my pink crystal brush from enolcouture.com. And then I'm sandwiching the glitter in. And then I always feel that, I don't know about now because it definitely has changed, but back in the day, if you worked out of your home, people wanted to pay less.
I agree. I think that's another thing too, where they just kind of expect
it to be cheaper because it's out of your home.
Right.
And I remember people say, well, you're doing it out of your house, so it shouldn't be that expensive because then I'll just go to a salon.
Right.
And you know, people are always looking to save a coin or whatnot.
That's hard too, and you're just like, we're here trying to make this is what we do for a living, you know, it's not just
It's our livelihood, a hobby.
Yeah. It's hard. I get it. But yeah, I'm not a fan of that at home. The same way we were talking about with the checking yourself out, self-checkouts. I'm not a fan of that either.
No, oh God, I hate self-checkouts.
I'm not. I'm like, please.
I'd rather not buy it.
No. Not looking up the price of a bell pepper to type it in.
For one.
No.
And then, like, for example, me, every time I go to self-checkout, when I have to, please wait for assistance.
Right.
I'm like, then what the hell is the point?
Wine and alcohol and beers.
Contraceptives.
Right, all the above.
All the bad things. No, I'm just kidding.
The Plan Bs.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know those are locked up too?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I heard that they sell them at Family Dollar. Don't ask me how I know that, but
Stop. Are you kidding?
no. So I mean, it's
But
good.
obviously not for $1 because those things are expensive.
No, I think it costs like.
They're like
I know because
$50.
somebody I know bought some
Yeah.
at Family Dollar.
Yeah.
But at least she was being responsible.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's best to be responsible. I agree.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean that happens before Plan B.
That's true. But at least she was ready the next day. So let's go in and apply our Big O glitter. This looks like crushed up disco balls, you guys. It is everything.
It's so pretty. I love how vibrant it is, like through the front of the nail.
So that is because I actually, after I apply the glitter, I do another really thin wet beaded clear. And this will protect the integrity because the glow-in-the-dark neon acrylic will not bleed into it.
That's fantastic.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, so it's almost like a little barrier.
Yes, exactly, a barrier. So then another little wet bead, and then the colors, the neons, glow in the dark, which are so dope.
They are so pretty. Is that the same so that the neons, you can use that underneath or on top of the nails?
Yeah,
Both,
so like
right?
for example, on your sister, if you watch yesterday's live stream, I actually did it at her cuticle like a fill.
Okay.
So that way, her growth area glow in the dark.
Nice.
And then we wrote thug on her nails.
Did you really?
Yes, on the
That's
thumb.
hilarious.
But her nails are, she's starting to get them long now too.
Yeah, I know. She's
She's-
getting out there.
She's about that life.
Yes.
She
She's
said-
all about it.
Max, you created a monster.
Oh my gosh, I know. She used to, when she was young, she used to wear the nails that like curved and were like
Oh, super
long.
90s.
Yeah, like.
So that's the
So
next
deep.
1, 2, 3 go coming out for
Oh, really?
before the end of the year. Our curve nail will be done.
Wow.
So now I'm going to actually do the opposite colors on the opposite direction. So for example, the pink is on the pinky, so I'm going to do it on the thumb on this hand. So that way it rotates. I'm going to take my neon pink glow in the dark acrylic and I'm going to very gently overlay the inside of the phalange. Keep tapping that screen, you guys.
Oh my gosh. My screen came up. Oh.
Little small wet bead there. Beautiful. So that's pink. That one she's done. Let that dry. Next is blue. Blue da ba dee da. But didn't they like remake that song with somebody else?
Did they?
I want to say yes.
Who was that made that song? Do you remember songs and people like artists who
I
sang?
actually have the CD of who made that song.
Shut up.
Yeah, Blue was sung by a group called Eiffel 65.
That's hilarious.
But they weren't French. They were like from like Romania or something like that.
Right.
And then la 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 la.
Yeah.
It goes around the world like la 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 la. I have that CD too.
That's so
I was a big CD guy back in the day.
Do you still have CDs? Do you keep
Yes,
them?
of course. They're actually inside a drawer.
Did you keep them like in the cases or did you do like the bookcases?
No, I had the bookcases.
Yeah, me too.
Because when you would travel, you would have a road trip. You got to stack up all the CDs, and you can't put them all in the
That's so
the
pretty.
jewel cases. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a lot.
that.
Life insurance.
Oh, and what happened? What did they say?
These companies gotta get familiar with newer cars.
That's because they're not round.
It's because I was very confused. I was just like, the windshield technically is the roof.
And the roof is the windshield.
And the roof is the windshield, but they physically thought it was the roof. Like the whole, it was, I don't know. But I already told them to Google it, overhead view.
And she said the roof is on fire.
Yeah, we're good. And then we still have to wait for them to get the parts since the car's so new, they don't have them.
Well, why don't we take it to the Tesla dealership? That's what I want to know. So,
Because insurance told us to go here.
and when is it going to be ready then?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Burnt Chicken says, hello, what are we doing today?
We're doing neon glow in the dark, big O disco glitter fantasy for the girls, for the children. So the ring finger is going to be purple. So my Tesla windshield cracked from the heat, you guys, because that's how hot it was.
Oh my gosh.
So it's been an ordeal to try to get it through the insurance company to pay for it, because if I were to take it to Tesla, it would be $2,300
What?
for the repair.
Wow.
So with the insurance, it's covered, But the girl's like, oh, it's not. What do you mean it's the roof? And I was like, well, the roof is the windshield and the windshield is the roof. And she's like, I don't get it.
Oh, because that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like aerodynamic windshield.
It is, but it sucks in the summer because the whole front of the car is
out.
yes.
Oh no. You need to buy a house for your Tesla.
For reals. I was like, what a delicate car. But it's nice not having to put gas in it.
Right. So yes, Tesla parts are like a giant computer. It's expensive to replace. Everything is. Even the battery is thousands, isn't it?
Oh, probably you're probably better off buying a new car.
Yeah.
Less of a headache too.
Yes. I can't even imagine.
But not have. Oh, I hate having pumping gas. Ugh. Shoot me.
That's why I have 3 sons.
You're like.
I'll do it. I don't pump gas or take out trash.
Really? They're really good with that kind of stuff?
I refuse. I'm like,
What about like cooking?
they all cook. My
Really?
son especially, he loves to cook, yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
So when his little girlfriend comes over, he's like making her like little dishes and things like that.
He'll like go to the meat market and get some stuff, make some tacos. Like he loves
Wow, look at that.
to, yeah. My little fancy boy.
He's trying to win over some ladies with those skills.
For real.
Is he still with his little girlfriend?
I haven't asked him lately and he's been in kind of a pissy mood, so I don't know.
Because I remember she wanted to be a nail
Yeah,
artiste.
she did. But she has so many things that she was like trying to be like. She's definitely like a little confused about her future at this point, I would say.
That's not bueno.
No, it's not. It's hard because like you gotta start making some choices.
I remember when I was in high school, my counselor, she was like, so what are you going to do after high school? And I was like, I'm not sure yet. And I was like, I really want to be like a plastic surgeon, which that didn't work out.
Right.
I became the client, not the...
You're like, I got this down, just on the opposite side of things.
She was like, you should teach humanities. And I was like, what the hell is that? And then she told me, and then I was like, I don't want to do that. That's a horrible thing.
Right.
Humanities. It's like, yeah, it's like this useless degree. So I'm glad I didn't listen to her.
As a humanities teacher.
You teach humanities.
What the hell is humanities?
Exactly, that's what I said. And then I looked it up, and it's like, you teach pretty much anything.
Oh, jeez, no. Well, I mean, you kind of do teach. You know what my school counselor told me?
What?
You should drop out and come back next year.
Oh my gosh, what a great counselor. In Tucson?
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me then.
On the south side.
Choya? Pueblo.
Pueblo. Yep. I was like,
Drop out.
Yeah, if I drop out, I have to come back next year anyways. You know what I mean?
You're like, why?
Yeah. I wasn't doing so hot, but
Really?
I made it. I graduated.
You graduated. Did you have a child by the time you graduated or no?
No, because I graduated at 16.
Oh. So why was she like telling you to not graduate then?
I don't remember. My grades weren't so good, and I was like on the verge of like not passing. And she was like, "Why don't you just take off the rest of the year and come back next year?"
What a waste. You're like, I just
Yeah.
wasted a whole year of my life then.
Exactly.
Oh, I forgot. We have to put the pink press-on gel first as a base. Good. I noticed.
Step by step.
Step by step. You remember that show?
Yes. I know
Step
the show, but I
by
don't
step.
Remember what it was about.
Day by day. I used to have a crush on one of the girls on that show.
Really?
Yes. I thought she used to be
Who was on that
so
show?
pretty. She looked kind of like Hawaiian a little bit.
What were your shows when you were young?
Family Matters, Step by Step, Full House,
I liked Full
Hanging
House.
with Mr.
I
Cooper.
never watched that.
No?
I watched the Cosby Show.
In Living Color.
Strawberry Shortcake. I love that when I was a kid.
Oh, like
Yeah.
kid
Well,
shows.
That too, but I mean, like the later.
Oh, Power Rangers, hands down.
Really?
Power Rangers.
You were like the Power Rangers, Ninja
Obsessed.
Kicks, and Taekwondo.
That's why I was in Taekwondo, because of Power Rangers.
Of course you were.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Digimon.
I love it.
Sailor Moon, Knights of the Zodiac.
Oh my gosh.
I love fantasy kind of stuff.
That's
And then I
awesome.
remember like having a really weird obsession with the Wizard of Oz and Julie Garden.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot.
That's so funny.
And I remember we went to Vegas when the MGM Grand had just opened up, because my grandma used to be a big gambler, right? So we were in Vegas around the time that they just opened up the MGM Grand. And when it was originally designed, it was supposed to be the Emerald City. That's why it's green.
Oh, really?
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
True, I never thought of it like that.
So it was the Emerald City. So you would walk in and the whole thing was Wizard of Oz. I was like, I can die now. Like I'm,
You're all 7.
yeah. I was like, this thing is incredible. And like they had like a walkthrough of the Wizard of Oz inside in the yellow brick road, and
Right.
I was like, wow, like I want the shoes.
That's so funny.
And now you go into the MGM Grand, and it's like I think it's themed after old Hollywood.
How funny.
But originally it was all like Wizard of Oz.
I love it. That's funny.
That was my vague memory of that big like road trip. That was like our National Lampoons, because it was my mom, well, like us, like my immediate family, and my mom's younger sister and her family.
Oh my gosh.
So like I remember when we rented a big van, and then they took us kids to Disneyland, and then afterwards we drove to
They got
Vegas.
to go to Vegas. Oh my gosh, everybody's happy. Their playground and your playground. That's funny.
But we didn't go to the Circus, or maybe we did, and we just went for like maybe like an hour or so.
Circus is so
It's
ghetto.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's ghetto.
Avoid the Circus, you guys.
Max, so how did you decide after talking with the counselor?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I kind
That's
of
what you decided for him.
I was already dabbling into the dark arts, so thank God I really didn't listen to her either. She was really nice though. But I did do a lot of Native American studies, which is another thing I really like have a lot of interest in.
That's awesome.
So let's make sure we don't have any bubbles or anything. Make sure she's not crooks. She's not Chweck and Freeze. But I'm glad I didn't listen to her.
Good for you. I'm glad I didn't listen to my counselor too.
And that was kind of like the deal with my parents, was that I was going to try to be a doctor. So I was going to get my license to do nails. And then,
You were like compromising.
yeah, because my mom didn't want me to do nails.
Aww. How old were you when you decided that was what you wanted to do?
I think I got
then.
bitten by the, if I tell you, then people are going to try to like figure out my age.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I would say like, as like a tween,
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to get into nails.
Yeah. Anthony's nail says, I love that you can apply acrylic on the underside and still apply them with gel.
Totally. A lot of this is also known as the lazy girl method, developed by my homegirl Femi, who is one of the enolcouture.com BA. So make sure you guys subscribe to her. She is everything. I can't wait to see her video with the duck nails. That's going to be so dope.
Nice. That's exciting.
Because the duck nails are really like controversial, but in a good way though.
Yes. You look super young now, so no one will ever know your name, your age. Absolutely not.
And I hide it really well
Yes.
too. I don't talk about it.
I love my new duck nails. Could you please make them with French tip?
I cannot, no. I'm sorry. But I have videos on how to paint the French tip, and I have everything you need to paint it. And the problem with, I don't think, it's not necessarily a problem, but the thing about French nails or whatever is that no one's going to be really happy. Like some people are going to say the smile line is too high, the smile line is too low.
Right.
Or I don't like the color of the pink of the base. So I decided I don't think I'm going to do any more French nails for a little while, or ombre. I think what we have now is pretty perfect, and I'm really happy with it. So I don't think I'm going to expand on those lines, but I am going to come out with a few more shapes. But I can't talk about it too much, other than the curve nail, because I know so many people are really excited for that, and I've been teasing about it for a little while.
I adore the French tip stickers. Could I use them as stencils?
Yeah, for sure.
Should I remove before curing?
No, you can paint right over them. They're so thin, and they're designed to be used as kind of like a guide. So now we're going to put a coat of gel on the inside to seal everything. Keep it nice and smooth and flawless on the inside. So I'm just going to use shiny gel. And make sure you get all those edges. Anytime you do any kind of encapsulated nail, you guys, always seal the inside, okay? How did you decide you wanted to get into the beauty industry? And then your mom got into it, and your sister, or did all of you guys kind of like at the same time decide?
It was all separate times. Honestly, Kara kind of decided for me. I had a baby. I started college and got pregnant, had my oldest son, and then I was just like not really doing much. I mean, I had a job and stuff, but my sister was like, what are you doing with your life? Like, why don't you just go to beauty school and do hair? You've always done it. You know?
Here or in Texas?
Here.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna bake that for a minute.
Yeah, so she was just like, you've always done it. Just go to school for finally and just do it, you know? And I was kind of like, okay.
Get it done and over with.
Yeah.
And then one thing led to another.
Yeah, one thing led to another. You're saying I love to just put them on and they are ready.
That is true. That is the convenient and the easy fantasy. But those stickers, like for example, the French stickers, you can mark where they're gonna go, put them on, paint the white, cure that, and then apply them with pink bubblegum gel. So that way you just have to fill in the nail bed area, but other than that, the French white will be already done. Because remember, you guys, you can pre-design your 1, 2, 3 go nails up to 70% of the nail surface. If you cover more than 70%, then light will not penetrate through and dry. So you can do you have to leave 30% of the nail free. That's why I always do my designs on the free edge, so that way the light can dry and penetrate through the nail bed and give you a perfect bond and adhesion. Look at that. How long did it take to apply these nails, you guys?
Like a minute and a half. Super quick.
Easy breezy, beautiful. So now we're just gonna taper in those sides, make sure there's no product stuck to the nail. This is some freestyle music, huh?
Yeah, it
For
is.
breakdancing.
Right?
So my mom said that, for example, she was always in the beauty industry. Like when she was a little girl, they would play like beauty salon, and she was always the one doing everything to her sisters.
Yeah, well, that was me too. Like, I got in so much trouble for like I gave my brother the skater cut.
Oh my gosh!
Anybody had it before.
You're like, I invented that.
Oh my god, I got in so much trouble.
My mom says that she would take like candles, and she'd like tell her sisters like, I'm gonna wax your eyebrows, and she would put like melted wax on them.
Oh my god.
I was like, they had that long ago?
Yeah, right.
Waxing has been around for a long time then.
Right.
But when I was a little kid, I really didn't have that much interest in nails. I remember being around it and like growing up in it, but it wasn't until I was like a tween that I was like, all of a sudden it just clicked.
Right.
But I think for me, being a child of immigrants, first generation,
Yeah.
I think all immigrant parents want their kids to be like doctors and lawyers.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, you still find your success in everything you've done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite stories as a hairdresser is I had these clients, it was like a mom and her daughters forever, like since the daughters were super young.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing the mom's hair one day, and she was there by herself without the kids. And she was telling me how one of her daughters was telling her that she wanted to be a hairdresser just like me.
Aww.
I know, it was like, and I was like, that's exactly my reaction. I was like, oh, that's so cute. But then she goes on to say, she's like, I have no idea why she would even get that into her head when she could be so much more. She could
Oh my gosh.
She goes off the whole time I'm doing
She was like, let me throw you off your horse.
I know. She was like about how her daughter was so smart and so talented that she could be a lawyer or a doctor, and why would she choose something like that, you know? So I just sat there and listened, because obviously I'm doing her hair. And
You're like, let me get this hoe out as fast as this heifer as quickly as possible.
well, no. So at the end of the appointment, when I went to go charge her,
Mm-hmm.
she's writing out her check for it was a couple $100s, and I was with her for maybe an hour and a half or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still talking about her daughter being a lawyer.
Oh my gosh.
I took the check from her, and I just looked at her very serious, and I was like, I wonder what a lawyer or a doctor makes an hour. As she wrote me, you know. this
A
big
lawyer,
old
it
fat check.
depends what kind of lawyer it is.
She's paying me, you know, I wanna
The
say
equivalent of something, you know,
per hour, and I don't have all the debt. It was just crazy.
or stress.
Yes,
I mean, even though our jobs are very stressful.
exactly.
How rude.
So rude. That was the last time I saw her. She didn't come back after that.
Oh my gosh.
No.
But I think that's the problem, is that sometimes when you're in the service industry, people do look down on you.
Yeah, exactly. But look at the numbers. I mean, the numbers are there. They speak for themselves too.
For reals. And like bartending and things like that, like I know that's another thing that people look down upon.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of those make really good money.
Heck yeah.
And they've been doing it for years.
Right. Yeah, and if you support yourself, or if you're happy, I mean, hey. I tell my kids that too. I'm like, as long as you're doing something that you're happy with, and you know you're doing your best at it, I'm totally cool with it.
And there's no shame in being in the service industry. There's no shame in being an electrician or being a hairdresser or a barber or a nail tech.
Absolutely. And trade schools. Trade schools are like, hey, I'm all in.
Like AC, like that makes so much money here in
Oh
Arizona.
my gosh, really?
It's a horrible job because you have to be out in the sun, but
Right. But hey, if you can do it,
they do really well.
yeah. My mom was a lawyer and chose beauticians because you have to enjoy your job, not the pay. There you go.
Exactly. You only live once, so might as well make it worthwhile, right?
Service industry is the backbone of America. Yes.
America.
We take care of everybody.
We keep America snatched.
Mhm. I'm happy. I love being like the happy part of somebody's day.
Or making them feel better about themselves. Like, I think it's so cool that I make something that people use, and and it makes them feel better about themselves, and it's, you know,
Exactly.
you can't beat that.
Sorry, I'm super strict today.
No, you're fine. So right now I'm taking my skinny sanding band and I'm just refining the cuticle one more time, making sure there's no product stuck to the skin. I feel like taking out a piece of cardboard and just breakdancing with this music in the back.
My baby's dad break dancers.
Really?
He still does it. He's old as shit.
And he's good at it?
I mean, I didn't say he was good at it.
But
I
he
know,
likes to?
Yeah. I know he likes chewing on some ibuprofen that next morning.
For swollen, like joints and whatnot,
Yeah,
inflammation.
Exactly. Beauty by Jen says, hi, my love.
Hi, thanks for joining us today. Keep tapping that screen, you guys.
I love your product, Max.
Oh, thank you. I love you.
How many likes are we at?
13.8 thousand. We're about 12,000 likes away for a giveaway, you guys. I know we can do it. We still have a little bit of time left.
These acrylics are a set or individuals?
These are, which ones?
What does that mean?
Oh, the glow-in-the-dark acrylics?
Yeah.
Both. You can buy them as a set or individual. So it's up to you, my love. You got options. And also our famous neon disco gels from Flash are open stock, and the Vivid Girl gels are also available open stock now too.
How do we find glow-in-the-dark acrylics?
You can type it up in the search bar. They're called neon glow-in-the-dark acrylics. They're in the acrylic section or in the news section, or you can type it up in the search bar and they'll pop right out. So I'm just making sure those sides are nice and straight. So everything is nice and snatched. Beautiful. Have you gone to Florida?
I was in Florida last week.
Really? Oh, how fun!
I was there for a week.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Just
fun.
hanging out?
Shit. I always work when I'm there too, but yeah, we're hanging out, all of the above.
Did you see any Alabama chrome? Oops.
No.
No? What part of Florida did you go to?
I was in the Gulf, the same place I always go to, Navarre.
Uh-huh.
It was fun. It was beautiful and hot.
Is it really muggy right
It
now?
was very sticky.
Ew, so there's no point in doing your hair or wearing makeup or anything?
I definitely was like, we got home, we were doing a crab boil. We went grocery shopping and I got home and I walked outside and I just kept walking straight into the pool, all my clothes on. My friend walks out, she's like, what the hell? I was like, it was hot.
Oh my gosh. It sounds miserable.
But the pool felt nice.
Is the food really good? The boils and everything?
Oh my gosh, those are so fun to do. Like, we had such a good time.
What are they called? The
Crab
seasoning?
boils.
Slap your mama?
Yeah, that's exactly what we got. Slap your mama.
Is it really good?
Yes.
And lots of butter.
Lots of butter. Garlic, butter.
And just dip everything in it.
So good.
Do you like crawfish?
Crawfish are, I mean, they're hard to eat. Not that crabs aren't either, too, but it's, I mean,
It's a lot of work for a little bit of meat.
it is. It is. It's still fun, though.
I thought that was more like a Louisiana thing, but I guess that like Florida is also very like swampy, bayou-y kind of thing,
Yeah,
huh?
absolutely. And they like to eat. That's all you need.
And you're like, just give me some.
Mm-hmm.
And do you put eggs in the boil too?
No.
I've heard some people put like egg boils.
We do potatoes,
Corn.
shrimp, crab. Was that it? I think that's about it. Yeah, but it's like timing too, and like what goes in at what time and what cooks this fast.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then you put newspaper on the table and then dump everything.
Yep. Yeah, we actually buy like packing paper, but yeah, we just
Oh.
all the way down the table. I'm in Houston. We put eggs, potato, corn. Sausage. Yeah, we did put sausage. In
Oh yeah, I've heard of that too. Sausage for the people that don't like the seafood.
Yes. Gotta come to the South for crawfish. So good.
And I like how people talk in that part of the country too. It's a little bit slower and.
So this one girl showed up at our little crab boil, and yeah, as soon as we saw her, I was like, I feel like you need to be in charge just by your accent. I was like, I feel like you need to be in charge of this.
She had that kind of like a
Yes.
Louisiana accent.
Yeah.
I can't do that accent, but it sounds so cool.
It is. It says, I don't know, Michiganders. How do you say that? do some killer crawdad boils.
What's
Is
crawdad?
The same thing as a crawfish. Is that the same thing?
I'm not sure.
Like where the crawdads sing.
Is that a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie and a book.
Where the crawdads sing.
Yeah, it's a good book.
What is it about?
A girl's story. Like her story of like, I don't know, I guess surviving in like some backcountry type stuff.
Oh.
It's a movie too, but
Well, there's a movie I saw that's kind of like that too. It's called The Paperboy.
The Paperboy?
Yes.
I wonder.
It's with Zac Efron, Nicole Kidman, Matthew McConaughey. God, I can't remember what the other actor's name is, but I'm a big Nicole Kidman fan.
Right.
And Zac Efron is shirtless in the movie a lot, so it's like you get the best of both
yeah.
worlds. Oh, Macy Gray is in it too.
Oh, Macy Gray.
And it's like
I'll have to look it up.
it's a little bit of a murder mystery, and it's crazy.
That's kind of what the crawdad sings is.
Really,
Yeah.
but it's also like super over the top too. This one.
Is it?
Yes.
I'll have to look it up. We boil our crawfish in Tampico orange juice or Sunny Delight. What the hell?
Oh my gosh.
That sounds kind of fascinating.
So it gives it a nice little orange hue to it too.
What's the name of the rat movie again, Max? I already forgot.
The what movie?
That would be Rat Race.
Oh, the one, the comedy one about the Vegas people.
Yeah. The rat movie, I'm assuming, because that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, Rat Race, and you can watch that one for free on YouTube.
We have a crawdad catching competition. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine how that goes.
Do you like catfish?
I don't know that I've really eaten a lot of catfish. I'm sure I think I've eaten like fried catfish,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know.
You're like, catfish and me, not so much.
Right. I think for fish, I'm usually like a tuna. Like I do like ahi. I like fish like that.
The bougie kind.
Yeah, bougie. Catfish is good fried, but not the gray stuff on the bottom. I
Ooh.
don't think anybody wants the gray stuff on the bottom.
That sounds interesting.
Right. Not sure about that.
When you eat crab, do you eat like the inside of it too, like the head and all, like the roe and everything?
I am definitely like into the legs,
Mhm.
but the inside of that is a little intimidating.
And it tastes like the sea is the best way to describe it.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely very.
An acquired taste.
Fried salmon is delicious.
Oh.
I love salmon too. So.
But tuna is supposed to be like the perfect food too. Like it's low in cholesterol and this and that.
I love seared ahi, like a seared ahi steak. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
You are locked inside the Hardy Zone. We're the only radio show.
I love seafood. I like octopus. I didn't used to like octopus, but when I traveled and some countries, that's
Have you ever tried like the live octopus? Have you done that?
Yes.
You do that? Have you done it?
Mhm.
Was it intimidating? Did it like scare you that it was gonna crawl down your throat?
no, because it stops moving around after a while.
Ooh, I don't know if I could do that.
But taste-wise, I don't know why they eat it. Like, no offense to anybody that's Korean or anything like that. It really has no flavor.
Oh really?
Yeah, because octopus or squid in general don't really taste like anything.
They flavor.
It's just pretty like collagen is
Yeah.
pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
So it's pretty like flavorless.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like tofu.
Yeah,
You
kinda.
add something to it.
Puffer fish also has no taste to it. I've had in Japan.
They said, have you ever had barracuda?
No,
I have not had barracuda.
I've had shark. Go ahead and
What
put
is
that in.
What is the fish that you could die if you eat it?
Fugu, puffy fish. I've had that too.
Oh, have you?
Uh-huh.
Was that good?
It doesn't taste like anything.
Really?
It has no flavor, and they slice it up super thin, and you eat it with like this radish and like a little bit of chili, and that's what gives it its flavor.
Wow.
But other than that, like it really doesn't taste like anything.
Huh.
But it does slightly numb your mouth when you're eating it.
Does it?
So you kind of like feel a little
effects of,
numb.
like, the
Yeah.
toxin.
But it doesn't really taste like anything.
Yeah. Because your mouth is numb. I'm just kidding.
But Chinese peppercorns do that too.
Chinese peppercorn?
Yeah.
Really?
So like there's this one region in China called Sichuan, and they cook in these giant like a giant wok, right? And they're filled with peppercorn and chili. So like the food is so spicy it numbs your mouth, and that's the only way you can eat it. It's actually really good.
Wow. You're talking about shark that tasted like tuna?
Shark doesn't taste like anything either,
I don't know.
because the meat is just like
White meat.
it's not collagen. It's like almost like not fatty, but yeah, it's just pretty much like collagen, just like no flavor to it. It's slightly fishy, but and then the meat kind of like it almost looks like, do you know what carne machaca is?
Yes.
It looks like that after a while when they dry it out. Yeah, so it's like shredded. It's weird to describe.
TikToks about like like tribes, I think, in what is it, like maybe Alaska, where they eat the whale blubber. Have you seen
Oh.
that? They cut it up like in.
And in Iceland, they also eat whale.
Really?
Horse I've had as well.
Oh wow.
I had that in Japan.
I would be sad.
It actually
Horse
tastes
and
pretty good.
Turtles, I might.
Oh,
I
I've
think
seen.
turtles is mean.
What about rabbits then?
I don't think I could do that either. I'd be sad. And frogs, I couldn't do that.
I couldn't do frog.
No.
But I've done escargot.
I've done escargot. I've tried escargot.
I've done porcupine
Porcupine.
in China.
Hola Max, saludos. de
Hola.
Puerto Rico.
Un besote a la isla del encanto.
I heard Chipotle serves horse.
I wouldn't be surprised. Because Chipotle is owned by McDonald's.
Oh my goodness. Is it really?
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
Make sure we get all those little nooks and crannies with our Wonder Gel.
I love how they come to life.
With that top coat,
What's going on with the likes? Only 17. Wow. Let's tap, tap, tap.
Come on, you guys, we can do it.
My step uncle goes fishing in Alaska, and fresh caught halibut is the best.
Oh, I can imagine.
Everything fresh caught is the best. Like,
But like in that part of the world, like for example, not so much in China they eat raw, but in Japan, in Korea they eat a lot of raw,
right?
and they like the food to taste very seafoody,
Yeah.
like the ocean.
My thumb hurts from tapping.
So I think like for example, some people think that the food in Japan is like really good, and other people don't,
Right.
and that's because it tastes very fresh.
Yeah.
But they also grow up with that flavor though too.
Well, that's what it's hard. Like when I came back to the desert after living in Florida, like the seafood here, it's just different.
Hmm.
There's nothing.
You can't compare for seafood.
No. Mm-mm.
I have had raw beef, and that is delicious. That's one of my favorite dishes when I go to
What is it
Korea.
called again?
Tartar?
Tartar. Beef tartar.
So in Korea, they cook it with it's like in an applesauce
Oh really?
with pine nuts.
Wow.
It's so good. Oh my god.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why did you say cook it? I thought it's raw.
Well, it is raw, but
Oh,
they serve it with
prepare
that.
it,
Yeah,
prepare it.
prepare it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
And then what else do they have raw? Let's see if I can
Kind of
remember.
like how ceviche works. Like they just.
Cured in lime. No. This is pretty raw.
Okay.
And then also in those two countries, they like raw egg a lot. So like there's places in Japan where you can like crack a raw egg and rice, and that's like breakfast. That's a very typical breakfast kind of dish.
What is that other stuff that it's like beans, but it's like
Oh, natto.
squishy beans, yeah.
Uh-huh. It looks like boogers.
Have you had that?
Yes.
Is it good?
It's bitter.
What is it? It's a bitter taste?
Yeah, it's a bitter taste. It kind of tastes like earwax is the best way to describe it.
I can't say that I've ever tasted or smelled
So it's
earwax.
bittery. It's
Really?
not, yeah, savory. But you have it with something else. So like you mix it and then you put
Yeah,
it with,
I saw that.
you make like usually for breakfast, like when I had it with my friend not Mio, with Maki. So it was like rice, and then you have the natto, you mix it and you put it on the rice,
It looks
and then a
like
raw
it's
egg.
foamy or something.
No, not really, but it's sticky.
It's a texture thing.
It's a very unique texture. It's
Yeah.
very sticky and
So you eat
gooey.
it all together.
Yeah, with a raw egg.
Uh-huh.
Let's go ahead and bake it now. Oh, and seaweed soup for breakfast in Korea is my favorite. Oh,
Seaweed soup.
I love seaweed soup.
What's in that?
Seaweed.
That's it?
Seaweed and I want to say like an anchovy broth, like mackerel. They eat a lot of mackerel.
Really?
So mackerel. So good.
Oh my gosh.
And you can also crack a raw egg in it if you want to. Rice, seaweed. Oh, it's delicious.
Oh my gosh, what are they talking about? I made homemade dan muji. Seaweed is so good for you. Mackerel too. I don't know what dan muji is. I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't like the bones in the mackerel though.
Oh, do you eat them?
No, but I have seen people eat bones.
Mm-mm. I love bibimbap.
Oh, that's safe though. That's like let me have chicken tenders at the restaurant.
What is bibimbap?
So bibimbap traditionally it comes in a hot stone bowl, and it's rice and like vegetables and maybe beef, and then you mix it all together.
Oh, okay.
You get a raw egg, and then you mix it all together.
Got it.
But the bowl has to be made out of hot stone, so when you mix the raw egg, it kind of cooks it.
Got it.
So that's the best way to describe it. But it's a safe kind of Korean food though.
Only sardine bones are safe,
To chew.
I guess.
Mm.
That's what somebody else said. I don't know. Little body, big heart says, "Hi Max, I love you."
I love you more. That's why I don't travel with like like my mom, because she wouldn't be able to eat food in other countries.
Oh my gosh, can you do some 1, 2, 3 toes, please, Max? I want to see how I can do mine.
I need to do a video with toes. I need a
Good toe model.
good toe model.
I only got 9.
That's true.
I only have
You
or
paint
8,
the
sorry.
skin. You
Yeah.
paint the skin.
I
So
don't-
remember, you guys, after the hand comes out of the lamp, we wait 10 seconds to let the nails finish the polymerization process, and then we hit it with cotton candy cuticle oil. And if you like Korean food, Korea is a big soup country. So try some soups next time you go to a Korean restaurant. And then japchae is, I used to tease people that's like, oh, it's Korean sushi, but it's not. It's more like a sandwich, more so than sushi.
Oh yeah.
Look how beautiful they are.
I love your products. I just ordered bubblegum pink and pink press-ons. I can't wait.
Look at that fantasy. She is serving it, you guys. She is looking like a Russian supermodel with these phalanges. But now we need to see them glow in the dark.
Yes.
So go ahead and put them inside the lamp. I'm going to go around the corner. We're going to go into the round face office. Okay, let's go in here. Oh, look, there's round face. Say hi, round face. Mr. Round Face. Kendra. Here comes Kendra, you guys. Oh, now that I remember, you should call the AC people so they come and do the monthly maintenance.
Oh my god.
Look how much they glow, you guys, and it's not even 100% fully dark.
So pretty.
We just hit 25,000 likes. Yes. Look how much they glow.
I love it.
Is no joke. Let me turn on the lights so that way we can see them in the day. Look at all that design, all that detail, all that glitter, all that glamour.
So fancy.
And look at that cuticle. She is blended for filth.
I love it.
And now glow in the dark. Beautiful. So let's go and pick a winner chicken dinner now.
Okay.
That is the neon glow in the dark acrylics, my love. I need to show you guys this. So I got some stuff from Dior today, and my homegirl from Dior is from Bulgaria, and I asked her to send me some Bulgarian rose stuff. So when she came back, she brought me this. So I'm so in love with her. Drum roll, please.
To pick a winner.
So you guys know the rules. You have to live in America, and you cannot have one within the last 30 days.
How about, let's do little body, big heart.
Where do you live, little body, big hearts?
For you.
A present?
Yeah.
And you guys can see this is done completely at random.
Yes.
Where do you live, Miss Little Body, Big Hearts? She is in Lancaster, PA. Have you won within the last 30 days? Let me know in the comments below. And it's concentrated rose oil, so it smells so strong. Because I love smelling of roses. And Bulgaria is like the birthplace of roses too.
What do you use that for? Like, what are you going to use it on?
My body.
Oh, okay.
But I'll probably use it like when I travel or something like that too. So that way like I last for a while.
She hasn't won first time.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations. So what I need you to do is send an email to info@enolcouture.com and let them know you're today's winner, and make sure to include your shipping details, and we're going to send you out a little prize. And this is today's fantasy. I hope you guys love it. Today's video was so much fun. The nails came out so beautiful, Miss Chapman.
I love them.
I was like, hello.
I'm like, I'm still reading comments.
And we will see you guys tomorrow in the next live video. Bye, everybody. Oh, wrong button. There we go.